Fucking ask where Shwezi is. You courting death before he could even fart. This death-seeking trash. I'll slap him into next week. Those two pieces of shit from the Wage Your group. Their heads are gone. Pan Ruiming was howling mad, inciting those garbage to bitch about Chen Mo's brutality. Purely courting death. Instantly, the entire place was wailing about slaughtering Master Chen. A bunch of useless shrimp. Suddenly, 6 Grandmaster level ants recklessly charged at Chen Mo. They are tired of living, aren't they? Want to trap me? In your wet dreams. With a single move, Chen Mo's array universe instantly obliterated the 6 pieces of garbage. The entire crowd gasped, immediately shutting their traps. Trash is trash. Then the place exploded. One punch to kill 6 Grandmasters? That's freaking epic. Pan Ruiming finally understood Chen Mo's terror. Scared shitless, wasn't he? Before he could react, Wei Changyun was cleaved in half by Chen Mo right in front of him. Useless. Completely vulnerable. Suddenly, a furious roar thundered. Stop right there. Who do you think you are? The one who came was none other than Pan Yushan, the #1 in Bima martial arts, patriarch of the Pan family. What a show-off. He looked at Chen Mo with amusement and laughed. Kid, I can't see through your strength. Your cultivation technique must be pretty good. Hand it over to me and I'll spare your life. Right back at you. Your technique is also trash, just a hodgepodge of stuff. Pan Yushan didn't expect Chen Mo to see through his cultivation. Shocked, huh? Chen Mo pointed out that he wants to break through, but his vision limits his creativity. Trash is trash. Pan Yushan was startled and quickly asked Chen Mo if he could help him solve it. Begging me? You wish? Chen Mo said with a smile. You also need to have a vessel that corresponds to this power. Pan Yushan was stunned for a moment, then immediately understood. So that's it. He immediately sat cross-legged and circulated his technique. Chen Mo wasn't planning to ambush him anyway. These little minions aren't worthy of me ambushing them. Like a bunch of startled rabbits, they protected Pan Yushan. Trash is trash. The reason Chen Mo gave guidance to Pan Yushan was because he saw that he indeed had some talent and had already touched the path of cultivators. Interesting. The scene exploded again, not only marveling at Chen Mo's power but also admiring Pan Yushan's talent. A bunch of ignorant hicks. Pan Yushan opened his eyes. The enlightenment ended. Awesome. Then he stood up, glanced at Chen Mo. So you're not totally useless, kid, and gave him a deep bow. Thank you, Master Chen, for your guidance. This one will remember it. As soon as the words fell, the entire place erupted. The dignified #1 in Bima actually recognized a junior as his teacher, a bunch of country bumpkins, and Pan Ruiming didn't expect this ending, still hoping Pan Yushan would help him deal with Chen Mo. Moron! Pan Yushan directly said, Bima martial arts has absolutely nothing to do with me. Go play somewhere else. Then he wanted to do his best to show Chen Mo hospitality. Chen Mo waved his hand, because he had other things to do and had no time to bother with him. Before Chen Mo could even open his mouth, a small minion proactively confessed. Shwezi was captured by Wei Yuqing and taken to the Wei family's villa. Consider yourself lucky, kid. Chen Mo is truly ruthless. This is what real power looks like. Those who didn't proactively speak up were all chopped into mincemeat on the spot. This is your fate. Led by the minion, Chen Mo finally arrived at the Wei family's villa. This is the most inhumane grandfather I've ever seen. Worse than a beast, actually having his grandson sacrifice himself to save his own life. A complete scumbag. Just now, as Chen Mo stepped into the second floor of the Wei family's villa, Wei Yuqing saw Chen Mo. Scared shitless, wasn't he? Didn't expect Chen Mo to actually find this place. Trash is trash. Chen Mo just said, get the fuck out here. The Wei family patriarch was very surprised that his half-dead self could be sensed. Surprised, huh? Old thing, courting death. Chen Mo directly said domineeringly, hand over Shwezi, or die. The old man was enraged. His energy surged outwards and punched at Chen Mo, overestimating himself. Chen Mo easily blocked it, but the energy felt even stronger than the combined force of the previous 6 Grandmasters. Interesting, but it's still not enough for him. Trash is trash. He retaliated with a punch. The old man was sent flying, but he was unharmed. A bit strange. Suddenly, his palm exerted force, and black spots appeared on his claw-like face, threatening to suck Chen Mo dry of his essence. Chen Mo didn't expect this old man to rely on absorbing the life essence of others to prolong his life. Truly demonic. In the blink of an eye, the old man used 8 lifetime soul chasing, daring to display mere illusions in front of me. Heaven Slayer was summoned by him, and several golden lights flashed across. The illusion was instantly broken. The old man's arm was cut off. Then Heaven Slayer descended again. Wei old man, die? Another arm was severed. Wei Yuqing ran towards the old man worriedly. Seeing that Heaven Slayer was about to strike again, the old man steeled his heart. The old thing is ruthless enough, actually pushing his own grandson out to be his scapegoat. A complete scumbag. The bodyguard saw how vicious this old man was and fled. Consider yourselves lucky. The old man leaped up and caught up with one of them. Extending his fangs, he bit the man's neck and sucked him dry of his essence. What a beast. His severed arm grew back. Demonic. Then he turned into a streak of light and flew out the window. Chen Mo followed closely behind. Can you run, old thing? Controlling Heaven Slayer to shoot at his back. Die? To Chen Mo's surprise, the old man, cut in half, wasn't dead yet. What the hell? It turned out that this old man had become demonized, a monster. Chen Mo condensed Samadhi true fire in his hand and struck the old man. This time, the old man didn't even groan. He was directly burned to ashes, not even leaving a trace. Following Shuizi's aura, Chen Mo arrived at a storage room. Shuizi screamed, thinking it was Wei Yuchen. Scared, huh? When she saw it was Chen Mo, she cried and expressed her gratitude to Chen Mo. At this time, Murong Yang called. It turned out to be the Four Directions Alliance competition. The Murong family was at a disadvantage and needed his help. The so-called Four Directions Alliance is where big shots from the Jiangbei Baima Lake, Dong, and Wuxi regions periodically distribute resources and benefits through martial arts competitions. In the arena, the hired thug Huang Zhenlong from Hudong punched down the Grandmaster under the command of Huashi Shenqisha. Just as someone was curious about who the person who killed the Grandmaster with one punch was, this man arrogantly laughed. I am Sun Batian. Remember that, you ants. Remember your ass. Huang Zhenlong on the stage was extremely proud because he had just won a match, meaning he would get most of the benefits of Hushi. 8-armed Vajra versus Heavenly Mysterious Divine Fist. Garbage things. Dare to compare? Just now, Huang Zhenlong arrogantly threatened Muronku, saying he would definitely make him hand over half of Baima this time. In your dreams, Muronku knew Sun Baishan's strength, so he told Uncle Shui not to go on stage and directly gave up. Uncle Shui insisted on fighting Sun Batian to buy time. As long as they could delay until Chen Mo arrived, their Murong family would be able to turn defeat into victory. The old guy has guts. Instantly, Uncle Shui was already on the arena. Uncle Shui's expression was solemn, knowing that this battle was likely to be fraught with danger, hoping that Chen Mo could come to the rescue quickly. Don't worry, I'm here. Sun Batian looked at Uncle Shui and smiled disdainfully. Just cannon fodder, but even a lion uses its full strength to hunt a rabbit. I'll send you on your way. With that, his aura suddenly erupted, and he struck Uncle Shui with a palm, causing death. Uncle Shui immediately used Phantom Cloud Hand, only to see countless palm shadows changing like clouds and mist. The power was immense. Interesting. However, Sun Batian shattered it directly with one palm, and Uncle Shui was shocked and flew backward. Trash is trash. Uncle Shui was obviously seriously injured, but he still refused to fall and continued fighting. The old guy is tough. Sun Batian shouted angrily and smashed out another punch, sending you to your western paradise. Facing this punch, Uncle Shui knew he couldn't block it, just as he closed his eyes to wait for death. Don't be afraid, old man. A roar came. Get the fuck out of here. At the same time, a blue light blocked Sun Baishan's fatal blow, causing death. It was Chen Mo who arrived in time. I'm here. Who dares to touch my people? Uncle Shui immediately breathed a sigh of relief. Master Chen, you've finally arrived. Huang Zhenlong on the stage was dumbfounded when he heard this. Master Chen, isn't this just a high school student? Stop being a show-off. Sun Batian laughed even more wildly. You little brat. Is Master Chen? Stop fucking bragging. Kneel down and kowtow to admit your mistake obediently, and I might consider sparing your life. You kneel down and beg for mercy, and I might also consider sparing your life. Seeking death, arrogant, daring to be disrespectful to Mr. Sun. Are you tired of living? Huang Zhenlong had just taken over the conversation. Chen Mo turned his head and glared at Huang Zhenlong. A bloodthirsty scene appeared in his eyes. Scare you to death. Huang Zhenlong instantly turned pale, screamed in fright, and collapsed to the ground. Trash! Then, as if seeing a ghost, he shouted for help and ran into the crowd. Although this scene surprised Sun Batian somewhat, he still looked down on Chen Mo, putting on an act, claiming that his strength was so strong that he couldn't imagine it and wouldn't give him any chance. Big talk? Sun Batian directly went all out. 8-armed Vajra, only to see a huge angry Vajra phantom condense behind him. Garbage. Uncle Shui's face was full of shock. This is the unique skill of Xiong Chong, the 8-armed divine ape. 20 years ago, he is also Xiong Chong's disciple. Xiong Chong is the founder of the Qinglong Hall in the southeast, who led the Qinglong Hall to sweep across China 20 years ago, defeating 8 grandmasters at the time, making everyone in the martial arts world lose their courage. It is rumored that the mainland official used nuclear weapons to threaten him before forcing him to leave. Interesting. Chen Mo looked at Sun Batian in midair, who was fiercely powerful, and a smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Being able to create such a martial skill on Earth, this person barely deserves the title of genius. But it's a pity he met me. Then he struck with one punch breaks mountains and rivers, bombarding the 8-armed Vajra phantom. Completely vulnerable, the heat wave generated by the violent collision instantly swept the entire audience, and Sun Batian was shocked and flew backward. Sun Batian, who got up, just wanted to run, and Chen Mo struck him from afar with another palm splits rivers and seas. Sun Batian was thrown flying again, lying on the ground. Sun Batian only had one word in his heart at this moment: escape. As soon as the thought of escaping arose, Sun Batian flew towards the door without saying a word, can you escape? And Chen Mo had already summoned the Heaven Slayer sword. The Heaven Slayer sword carried a ray of golden light. It passed through Sun Baishan's chest in the blink of an eye. As Sun Batian fell to the ground, the audience burst into an exclamation. Master Chen kills the madman in 3 moves. A bunch of country bumpkins. Chen Mo turned his head and smiled at Huang Zhenglong. It's your turn. Huang Zhenglong was so frightened that he fell to the ground. Master Chen, spare my life. I'm willing to give Hudong to Master Chen. Chen Mo turned to look at the Huashi big shot Shen Qisheng. Shen Qisheng understood in seconds and immediately promised to give him Huashi. Consider yourself lucky. Chen Mo looked at Muronku again. Patriarch Muron, I'll leave the land of Hudong and Huashi to you to manage. This is a little something, a reward for you. Muronku was completely convinced by Chen Mo and bowed to accept the matter. Thank you, Master Chen. Chen Mo had just returned to the Godly Eagle Special Forces base. Jiang Heshan came to him. Did you know that you killed Xiong Chong's disciple? Chen Mo smiled disapprovingly. So what? Then what? Jiang Heshan then said that this person almost blew up the Dali martial arts world back then, forcing the country to use extraordinary means to drive him away. And now he has a reason to invade Dali again. Big trouble. Chen Mo said with a relaxed expression. If he dares to come, kill him. Jiang Heshan was very dissatisfied with his attitude. You kid is too arrogant. Don't underestimate the enemy. Chen Mo spread his hands helplessly and said perfunctorily, okay, I know. When Jiang Heshan left, he repeatedly told him not to cause any more trouble during this period. What a troublemaker. Watching Jiang Heshan leave, Chen Mo showed a thoughtful look. It's time to break through to the 6th level of spiritual energy. Strength is king. Half a month later, Chen Mo received an admission notice from Mo Ran University. After 600 years, he has finally returned here again, and everything starts again. This time he vowed not to leave any regrets again. The past regrets, I will make up for them one by one. Half a month ago, he took the college entrance examination in his spare time and scored just the right score to enter this university. To meet old friends again. You wait. The dormitory door opened, and 3 people were sitting on the lower bunks. This dark-skinned one is called Jidao Judu, is from a minority ethnicity, and is the most cunning one in the dormitory. Interesting. This small-eyed guy is called Hao Jian, and is often troubled by the homophony of his name. Idiot. This one in ancient costume is called Wen Tingyu, is an ancient costume enthusiast. But Chen Mo knows that there are still 2 guys who haven't returned. Interesting. Chen Mo also introduced himself, and soon the few of them became acquainted. A bunch of country bumpkins. The scene came to Chen Mo's Yanggui Lake Villa. 2 shadows lurked in the distant grass, courting death. Qing Pai said to Hong Lang, I remember you have an even more powerful thing. Why didn't you bring it? Hong Lang raised the rocket launcher wooden box behind him. Don't mention it. The security check in this ghostly place of Dali is too strict. The thing in my hands was brought in with great difficulty. So fucking unlucky. Qing Pai looked at the Yanggui Lake Villa opposite and asked, are you sure this thing can successfully destroy the target? Don't worry, my baby can level the entire mountain. After speaking, Hong Lang pulled the trigger and fired a rocket. A rocket dragging a long trail of fire quickly flew into the Yanggui Lake Villa. A deafening explosion sounded, and a small mushroom cloud exploded violently over the Yanggui Lake Villa, leaving nothing left. Just as the 2 were triumphantly preparing to retreat, Yang Qingqing's voice sounded from behind. Who are you? Did you launch the shell just now? The 2 turned their heads sharply to look. Qing Pai exclaimed, so fucking beautiful. A treasure. Hong Lang thought an angel had descended. If he had known she was a woman, he wouldn't have bombed her. Idiot. Yang Qingqing shouted, so it really was you who did it. Die? As soon as the words fell, she slapped the 2 down with a palm. Hong Lang was so frightened that he hid behind Qing Pai. Coward. Qing Pai shouted loudly. A cyan light surged from his body, and he greeted Yang Qingqing with a punch. With a bang, Qing Pai staggered back several steps, while Yang Qingqing stood in place, completely vulnerable. A touch of curiosity appeared on her face. You are also a martial artist? Interesting. Qing Pai raised his fist in response. No, I am not a martial artist, but a wind element power user. According to your Dali people's strength classification, I am probably equivalent to one of your grandmasters. Country bumpkin. Yang Qingqing sneered. Grandmaster? Garbage. Qing Pai flew into a rage, glaring at Yang Qingqing. Bitch, I'll make you regret crossing me. Winds dancing in the heavens and earth. Heed my call. Wind blade assault. Green Scum finished his incantation and thrust his palm out. 2 pathetic blue wind blades shot towards Yang Qingqing. Garbage technique. Just then, Red Wolf roared from behind. Green Scum, don't hurt her. Green Scum cursed. Are you out of your mind? It's either her death or ours. What worthless crap. Let me show you real Dali martial arts. Yang Qingqing waved her hand, and the Phoenix Cry sword flashed with icy light. Phoenix Dance of the 9 Heavens. Yang Qingqing seemed to transform into a fiery phoenix, soaring through the skies. Not good. Green Scum screamed and turned to flee. Coward. Red Wolf didn't even have time to react. He bellowed at Green Scum. Damn it, do you know I'm just a bomb expert? I can't run that fast. Wait for me. Yang Qingqing suspended in mid-air, moved even faster. She directly delivered a sword strike from above, aiming for Green Scum's back. Sensing the immense threat behind him, Green Scum condensed an energy shield of wind around himself, but it couldn't withstand Yang Qingqing's strike. Garbage. One of his arms was instantly severed, and he screamed in agony, "Little beauty, you're too fierce. I'll have to punish you." Red Wolf, holding a handgun, aimed at Yang Qingqing from behind. As he fired, Yang Qingqing moved. All the bullets were sliced apart by her sword, sparks flying everywhere. Red Wolf cried out in terror. "How is this possible? My bullets are specially modified. They can pierce steel plates." Yang Qingqing spat out a single word, "Die." Her figure flashed, and the Phoenix Cry sword swiftly slashed across Red Wolf's neck. Garbage. After Red Wolf's death, Yang Qingqing didn't immediately kill Green Scum. She slowly raised her jade-like hand, pointing her sword at Green Scum, and said, "Who the hell sent you?" Green Scum sneered, "I don't know anything. Don't expect to get anything out of me." Yang Qingqing smiled coldly, "If I hand you over to the Dali authorities, do you think they'd be interested?" Green Scum immediately caved. "We're from the Southeast Asian Life-Reaping Assassin Organization. We were hired by the Azure Dragon Hall. The target is someone named Chen Mo." Yang Qingqing's beautiful eyes narrowed slightly. "Very well. Thank you for your cooperation." Green Scum thought he'd be let off after talking, but as soon as he turned to flee, Yang Qingqing flicked her hand, a sword slicing across Green Scum's throat. "Did I say you could leave?" After eliminating the two assassins, she muttered to herself, "Southeast Asia's Azure Dragon Hall. Chen Mo, who have you offended this time? You're a magnet for trouble." She quickly sent a message, telling Chen Mo, "Life-Reaping Organization, Azure Dragon Hall." Chen Mo noted those two names. "They are causing death." Just then, someone called out to him from behind. It was Murong Yanger. "Chen Mo, didn't think I'd end up at this university too." Huh? Chen Mo truly hadn't expected it, sighing inwardly, "Your grades could have gotten you into a better school. How am I supposed to reciprocate your feelings?" Yanger smiled, looking at Chen Mo. "Thanks for rescuing my dad last time." "It's fine. It's not like you begged me, and I got something out of it too. Don't worry, I'll have your back." Just as Chen Mo finished speaking, he suddenly grabbed Yanger, leaping into the air. A huge crack suddenly appeared where they had been standing. Then, in a matter of seconds, it quickly closed, as if nothing had happened. Close call. Murong Yanger was so frightened that her chest heaved. "What was that? We almost got swallowed by the ground." Chen Mo gave Murong Yanger a reassuring look, turning to face the small forest not far away. His voice was cold. "Get out here." As soon as he spoke, three figures leaped out of the forest with an eerie air. A scholar in a long robe holding an ancient book, a burly black man with a large snake around his neck, and a long-haired old man. "What the hell?" Murong Yanger asked in surprise. "Who are these people? How strange." The black man looked at Yanger, grinning. "Little girl, you're really pretty. How about you give daddy a hug?" Yanger felt disgusted. "Pervert." The long-haired old man snorted coldly. "Muad, enough nonsense. Just kill him." Chen Mo stared coldly at the figures, his gaze finally settling on the scholar. "Was that earth technique you're doing? You actually know magic? Could it be you also from the magic lineage? Frog in a well?" Chen Mo smiled dismissively. "You dare call that magic? In my eyes, it's just child's play." The scholar flew into a rage. "Kid, you dare underestimate my magic? I'll take your life." He kept frantically tapping on the ancient book. Rock golems. With a loud crash, the earth trembled violently, and three stone giants crawled out from underground. Muad pointed at Chen Mo and mocked. "Lao Gui is angry. Haha, kid, you're in for it now." Lao Gui gave the stone giants an order. "Crush him." The stone giants immediately began striding forward, rumbling towards Chen Mo to crush him. Garbage. Murong Yanger hid behind Chen Mo in fear, reminding him to be careful. Chen Mo smiled faintly. "Don't worry, it's just a pile of worthless rocks." He pushed his palm forward, uttering a single word, "Annihilate." An invisible wave of energy spread rapidly in all directions from his palm. With a loud bang, the stone giants were struck by this energy and turned into rubble, completely vulnerable. Watching the stone giants turn to dust, Lao Gui was filled with grief. "You dare destroy my rock golems? I swear we're enemies for life." Muad wiped the smile off his face, turning to look at the old man beside him, saying, "Iwasa, it looks like this kid isn't so easy to deal with. Let's attack together." Iwasa snorted. "It should have been done sooner." Muad gave the order to the large snake. "Go suck his blood dry, my little darling." As the snake flew towards Chen Mo, the old man Iwasa also moved. With a flash of his figure, he threw a punch at Chen Mo. Chen Mo glanced at the two figures and the snake, snorting coldly, "A bunch of ants." Then, he threw a punch, and with a loud bang, the powerful force sent Muad and Iwasa flying backward. Wastes. The giant snake was also killed by Chen Mo's punch. Muad watched the dead snake in heartache. "You actually killed my little darling. I'll skin you alive," he roared, and his whole body suddenly turned into a round, bouncy ball. He smashed fiercely towards Chen Mo in midair. Chen Mo threw another punch, but when this punch hit Muad, most of the force was bounced back. Interesting. Just then, Iwasa, wielding twin blades, launched a sneak attack from behind. Chen Mo swept his gaze over them. He sneered, "Get lost." He turned around and kicked Iwasa away. Seeing Iwasa get defeated, Muad grinned, "Keep going. Let's coordinate." Iwasa let Muad take the lead. Muad's ball-like body expanded again, punching fiercely towards Chen Mo again. Iwasa once again attacking Chen Mo from behind. Chen Mo moved his hand in front of his chest, murmuring, "Celestial Mystic Fist third style. Quake the heavens." With one palm raised to the sky, the entire space trembled, and Iwasa and Muad, who were charging forward, were struck by a force that fell from the sky, flying backward violently. Chen Mo, who was originally standing still, suddenly changed his expression and turned around abruptly. At the same time that the protective jade amulet on Yang shattered, a figure was sent flying into the air by the backlash of the protective barrier. In an instant, the figure disappeared strangely, as if it had merged into the air. What is that? This old man is a grandmaster of the Peeping God realm. I wonder if Chen Mo can handle him. Interesting. Just now, thankfully, there was the talisman Chen Mo gave to Yang, or else this beauty would have perished. Courting death, Chen Mo snorted coldly, "Get out here." The shadow assassin suddenly appeared, ambushing Chen Mo. Courting death, Chen Mo dodged with unbelievable speed. Interesting. Then, he struck back with a counterattack. Punch shattered that damn shadow assassin. The shadow assassin thought he could use the rebound to escape. No way in hell. Chen Mo, unleashed the Heaven's Severing Sword with a single finger. The Heaven's Severing Sword was as fast as lightning, piercing that bastard's dog chest. The #1 killer of the soul-chasing organization? Is that all you got? You died without even knowing how. Seeing their strongest assassin insta-killed, Mo'aid and the rest pissed their pants, wildly speculating if I was a legendary realm boundary powerhouse. Chen Mo exuded domineering aura, sweeping them with a glance. Now it's you scum's turn. Knowing they couldn't escape, these few wastes actually want to fight me? How utterly clueless. Yangzhou was the first to jump out, seeking death, wielding some trash cross-crescent slashes. Mo'aid rolled himself into a ball, smashing towards me like an idiot. Chen Mo didn't even glance at him, raising his hand for avoid pressure. Boom! A golden giant fist descended from the sky, smashing them into mincemeat. Chen Mo finally sighed in relief. Done. He told Yang to go back with him, and Yang asked what to do with the corpses. Chen Mo responded domineeringly, "Don't worry about it. Someone will clean up the mess." The scene cuts to the highest Oriental Pearl Tower in Zhonghai. Following Chen Mo's instructions, Songzi established the Mo Family Business Association here, working with the elites of the Lin Shui family to build a live forestry business empire. Songzi, clad in a Taoist robe, looked down on Zhonghai, filled with emotion. Worldly power was nothing but fart in his eyes. His goal was to follow his master Chen Mo, stand at the apex of the universe, and be indestructible. Suddenly, someone interrupted his fantasies. Yun Yang acted all pretentious, Daoist priest, wearing a Taoist robe. You must be a transcendent expert. Why bother competing for fame and profit in this mortal world? Songzi retorted, with your peak inner realm cultivation, why can't you let go of these worldly matters? Why not focus on cultivation and break through sooner? Yun Yang was shocked. This kid actually saw through his strength at a glance. The difference between them wasn't small. However, he still threatened with a show of force, "Get your Mo Family Business Association out of Shanghai. Otherwise, my Yun family, the #1 family in Shanghai, isn't to be trifled with. The Yun family is nothing. I don't even take you seriously." Songzi sneered, that expression just like when Chen Mo was humiliated and could only endure it. Songzi continued, "Go back and tell those people. If they are not convinced, come at me, openly or secretly. I'll take it all. My Mo Family Business Association will be the uncrowned king of Shanghai. You want to go against the entire Shanghai? You'll regret it. HMPH, what abilities do you have to fight against my master Chen Mo?" At the same time, Chen Mo, disguised as Yang Zhuo, swaggered into the soul-chasing organization. A guard saw him and immediately bowed and scraped. Seems this Yang Zhuo has a high status. Chen Mo went all the way unhindered, directly entering the headquarters deep within the base. He carefully observed the patterns on the stone pillars, which turned out to be the totems of the 4 sacred beasts of Dali country. Could this soul-chasing organization be created by Chinese martial artists? The mission completed? A sinister voice suddenly rang out. Chen Mo looked at the stone wall engraved with a dragon, the voice coming from behind it. Chen Mo lowered his voice and answered in Yang Zhuo's voice, "Completed, but everyone else is dead." The voice sounded a little suspicious. "Then how did you come back?" Chen Mo lowered his head. "I've returned because there's something I need to personally deliver to the leader." As soon as he finished speaking, the stone wall slowly rose, and a figure appeared before Chen Mo. That person rushed towards him, reaching out his hand. "What is it? Give it to me." Chen Mo shook his head. I must personally see Chasing Soul Lord to hand it over. A hint of surprise flashed in that person's eyes. Yang Zhua, you don't even recognize me anymore? Chen Mo sneered. If a trash inner realm expert is the leader of the soul chasing organization, how can they command those Grandmaster subordinates? That person exclaimed. You're not Yang Zhua. Who are you? Chen Mo removed his disguise and smiled. You sent 2 waves of people to kill me. Don't you know who I am? After speaking, he grabbed him by the collar. If you don't say, I'll use soul searching to see for myself. That person was scared shitless and quickly said, wait, I'll take you. The old man led Chen Mo into the stone wall, and Chen Mo discovered that behind the stone wall was another world. He could see seawater flowing above, and fish swimming past. The scene cuts to a skinny old man sitting cross-legged on the edge of the stone wall. The person just now leaned close to the old man's ear. Master, the Shadow's mission failed. The target has come to our door. Bloodhound Chasing Soul glanced at Chen Mo. Young man, you're the first prey to dare find this place. Chen Mo's gaze was icy cold. Who hired you to kill me? I can give you a quick death. Bloodhound Chasing Soul shook his head. Protecting the client's secrets is our assassin's bottom line. It doesn't matter. Then I'll see for myself. After Chen Mo finished speaking, he reached out a hand, preparing to search his soul. Bloodhound Chasing Soul instantly disappeared. His figure suddenly appeared behind Chen Mo, unleashing a punch. Chen Mo dodged the punch, somewhat surprised. I didn't expect you to be a Divine Glimpse Realm Grandmaster. Grandmaster 3 realms, True Chi Realm, Body Protecting Realm, Divine Glimpse Realm, Bloodhound Chasing Soul. This is the first time I've encountered a Divine Glimpse Realm Grandmaster. Chen Mo became excited instead, because he was too eager to fight experts. Perfect for testing my current cultivation. The two of them exchanged blows, fist to fist, separating after a strike. Bloodhound Chasing Soul actually had a desire to nurture talent, wanting Chen Mo to become his disciple. He also told Chen Mo that his organization earned tens of billions a year. So many people were envious. Chen Mo smiled disdainfully. Want to be my master? Are you worthy? Bloodhound Chasing Soul's expression changed drastically. Kid, you're seeking your own death. Bloodhound Azura. Streams of bloody mist began to spread. This was the bloody domain released by Bloodhound Chasing Soul. Chen Mo was within it, his figure no longer visible. These petty tricks, I don't even take them seriously. He kicked him in the head. Bloodhound Chasing Soul, almost passing out from the kick, was incredulous. How did you find me? Chen Mo was too lazy to answer such an idiotic question. Quickly tell me the client, and I can give you a quick death. Bloodhound Chasing Soul laughed wildly. You're just a blind cat running into a dead rat. I don't believe you can hit me again. Chen Mo stopped wasting words, throwing a punch with his backhand. This time Bloodhound Chasing Soul was prepared, barely dodging it. At this time, Bloodhound Chasing Soul stopped pretending and directly used his ultimate move, Ju Ru Blood Blade. A blood-colored blade condensed from true chi appeared in mid-air, emitting a terrifying aura. Bloodhound Chasing Soul slashed at Chen Mo. One punch shatters mountains. Chen Mo directly smashed his ultimate killing move that he was so proud of. Bloodhound Chasing Soul collapsed to the ground, completely terrified by Chen Mo's terrifying strength. Without saying another word, he turned and ran. Chen Mo smiled playfully. You can't escape. Soon, Bloodhound Chasing Soul was caught up by Chen Mo by the sea. He actually wanted to give the soul chasing organization to Chen Mo in exchange for his life, but he was pierced through the chest by a beam of golden light. Chen Mo smiled. By killing you, I can get those things anyway. After this battle, Chen Mo realized that he had to improve his strength as soon as possible. That old man's got something. He can actually transform into a true dragon. Even Grandmaster level Songzi was almost instantly killed. The scene cuts to Mo Ran University, the Mid-Autumn Festival social gathering. The next day, Chen Mo still didn't show up, and Mureng Yan was a little disappointed. Her best friend Lai Ruhua teased that she was almost turning into a waiting wife statue. Yana said coquettishly, Ruhua, you just like to make fun of me. Lai Ruhua laughed loudly. I should have recorded it just now as evidence. At this time, a handsome guy walked up to Lai Ruhua, gathering his courage to reach out his hand. Beautiful lady, may I have this dance? Lai Ruhua readily agreed, just as her hand was about to be placed in the handsome guy's palm. A hand grabbed Lai Ruhua's hand first. If you're dancing, you can only dance with me. Yun Qianling looked domineeringly at Lai Ruhua. This Yun Qianling was none other than the direct descendant of the Yun family of Zhonghai, the largest martial arts family in Zhonghai, and the strongest secular Lai family, were known as the Zhonghai twin heroes. The handsome guy didn't know his identity and angrily said, I asked her first. Yun Qianling turned his head and coldly dropped a sentence. Get lost if you don't want to die. Lai Ruhua didn't want to dance with Yun Qianling in the first place, telling him to let go. Yana couldn't stand it anymore and couldn't help but scold. Yun Qianling, let go of Ruhua. You're being too bullying. I advise you not to interfere. Even if Muronka was here, he wouldn't dare point fingers at me, even though Yun Qianling was so arrogant. Yana still hugged Lai Ruhua's arm, not letting Yun Qianling drag her away. Yun Qianling gnashed his teeth in anger. Looks like you're asking for a beating. Yana didn't back down at all. What? You want to hit a woman? At this time, Chen Mo's roommate, Ji-Yu Lingfeng, the young master of the Nanhua Ji-Yu family, stood up. Treating two girls like this is a bit too much, isn't it? Yun Qianling laughed disdainfully. Ji-Yu Lingfeng, your dad acted like a dog, begging and sending gifts at my door for 3 consecutive years. I didn't even bother with him. What do you amount to? His father being publicly insulted. Ji-Yu Lingfeng was so angry that he threw a punch at him, but he was sent flying with a single punch from Yun Qianling. Yun Qianling walked up to him, looking down coldly. You trash in the outer realm, don't bother me again. Who's trash? Chen Mo's voice came from behind him. Don't bother my roommate. You inner realm trash? Who the hell are you? How dare you talk to me like that? Inner realm is nothing, just a flick of the finger. After Chen Mo finished speaking, he fed Ji-Yu Lingfeng a Pei Yuan pill. Ji-Yu Lingfeng began to circulate his energy and adjust his breath. Yun Qianling smiled coldly. I'll see what kind of performance you guys put on next. Chen Mo gently tapped Ji-Yu Lingfeng's shoulder with his hand, softly uttering, open. A powerful aura erupted from Ji-Yu Lingfeng's body, actually opening up his meridians, allowing him to break through to the inner realm in an instant. Yun Qianling looked at Chen Mo with a face full of shock. Chen Mo smiled disdainfully. Open your dog eyes wide. Keep watching closely. The aura on Ji-Yu Lingfeng's body surged again, actually soaring all the way to the great perfection of the inner realm. Yun Qianling was both jealous and hateful. A top-grade spirit medicine was actually used on an outer realm martial artist by Chen Mo. What a waste of heavenly treasures. The moment Ji-Yu Lingfeng opened his eyes, he was overjoyed. Bowing to Chen Mo, Brother Mo's kindness in promoting me, I will never be able to repay it in this lifetime. Don't say those meaningless things. Get up and make the person who insulted you pay the price. As soon as he finished speaking, Ji-Yu Lingfeng threw a punch at Yun Qianling. Yun Qianling snorted coldly, not taking it seriously. As a result, due to carelessness, he took a solid punch. Ji-Yu Lingfeng pressed the attack, pouncing again. Yun Qianling finally became serious, dodging the punch while crossing his hands back and forth a dozen times in front of his body, completing it in an instant. The speed was extremely fast. Chen Mo was slightly surprised. This technique actually secretly conformed to the Great Tao schemes. It seems the Yun family still has some foundation. He saw Yun Qianling's hands, seeming to be holding an invisible giant blade, slashing towards Ji-Yu Lingfeng from the air. Sky hunting slash. Ji-Yu Lingfeng threw out a punch, mountain opening. Yun Qianling flew backwards like a cannonball. Chen Mo walked up to him. Yun Qianling, you've lost. Yun Qianling was completely unconvinced, threatening that in front of his Yun family, Chen Mo was still an ant. Chen Mo didn't continue to attack, letting him get lost. Anyway, he would find the Yun family sooner or later. As he left, Yun Qianling glared at Lai Ruhua with resentment. I'll settle our account with the Lai family properly. Lai Ruhua stomped her feet in anger, absolutely unreasonable. After the party, on the way to send Yana back to the dormitory, Chen Mo suddenly stopped. Yana, is there anything you want to ask me? If you want to say it, you'll take the initiative to say it. If you don't want to say it, it's useless even if I ask. Is that so? Chen Mo didn't answer, his eyes becoming dim, feeling that Yana shouldn't be so humble. Reborn in this life, am I protecting her, or harming her? Chen Mo quickly returned to the rented villa courtyard. On the roof, there were 2 uninvited guests, Yun Qianling, and the Yun family Grandmaster Yun Lei that he brought. Chen Mo suddenly appeared before the 2. Isn't it too late to come visit now? Yun Lei, knowing full well that he couldn't see through Chen Mo's cultivation, still insisted on showing off, seeking justice for Yun Qianling, arrogantly telling Chen Mo to kneel down and admit his mistakes. The result of this little fuck-spouting nonsense was that he was knocked over with 1 punch by Chen Mo. Old blood splattered all over the ground. The powerful force smashed him into the floor, almost impossible to pry out. Then he knelt down and begged for mercy. How could Chen Mo let him off so easily? He pointed a finger at Yun Qianling, piercing his knee, causing him to howl on the ground. However, Yun Qianling was still arrogant, uttering harsh words. I will definitely kill you. Yun Lei also claimed that the Yun family wouldn't let this go. Chen Mo watched them flee, already making the decision to destroy the Yun family. At the same time, the Mo Family Business Association, under Song Zi's leadership, began to monopolize Zhonghai's business world. The Lai family, number 1 in Zhonghai's secular world, was in dire straits in the business war. The Lai family head, Lai Qin-sung, came to the Yun family, begging the Yun family head, Yun Shan, to take action and help him destroy the Mo Family Business Association. Yun Shan agreed, on the condition that his daughter, Lai Ruhua, marry his son, Yun Qianling. For the sake of the family's interests, Lai Qin-sung agreed without a second thought. A few days later, the Yun and Lai families' wedding began. That old thing Lai Qin-sung is truly ruthless. For the sake of profit, he's actually willing to let his daughter marry a cripple. It quickly came to the vows. Suddenly, Song Zi barged in, interrupting the wedding. Yun Shan blocked the way. It's not your place to interfere in my Yun family's wedding. Do you really think your Mo Family Business Association is untouchable? Lai Qin-sung also echoed from behind. Songzi's eyes turned cold, regardless of what they said, ordering them to immediately terminate the wedding. Lai Ruhua was stunned on the spot, not knowing who this person was. Why would he come to save her? Seeing that Songzi didn't back down at all, Lai Qinsang accused him of meddling too much. Songzi sneered, Lai Qinsang, sacrificing your daughter for the sake of the family's interests. You're truly ruthless as a father. The atmosphere fell into a stalemate. An old man walked out from behind the scenes. The old man slammed his dragon-headed cane on the ground. What's all the commotion about? What's the ruckus? This old man was none other than the Yun family's old patriarch, Yun Kong. Songzi's eyes narrowed. He didn't expect the Yun family to actually have a trump card. The old monster before him was probably a divine glimpse realm grandmaster. Yun Kong was also very strong, not wasting words, arrogantly telling Songzi to attack directly, without saying a word. Songzi threw a punch. Yun Kong leaned on his dragon-headed cane, looking at Chen Songzi with some appreciation. When Songzi's punch came close, Yun Kong quickly raised his cane, drawing a circle. Visible air shockwaves blocked Songzi's punch. Boom! Energy exploded. Songzi was shaken back, taking 4 or 5 steps back to steady himself. Yun Kong didn't have it easy either, taking a step back to barely hold his ground. He looked at Songzi with a serious expression. You're indeed not bad. You already have some of the heat of the divine glimpse realm. Among your peers, you can be called invincible. My goal isn't just among my peers. Ha ha, you want to challenge me above your level? I'll grant your wish. Yun Kong raised his cane and shouted, Illusion Dragon Hall. Everyone discovered that the old man Yun had disappeared into thin air. Immediately after, a giant dragon composed of clouds rose into the air, emitting roars. Yun Kong stood in the void, transforming into a dragon. This move was what he had comprehended after 10 years of secluded cultivation. I'll use you to test this move today. Chen Songzi was full of spirit. Come on, today I will slay the dragon in the sky. The giant dragon let out an angry roar, pouncing towards Songzi. Songzi roared, Profound Heaven 3 fists. First form, mountain opening. A punch slammed under the giant dragon's head. The giant dragon was sent flying backwards, but it didn't cause too much damage to Yun Kong. Songzi's aura surged, striking towards Yun Kong with Profound Heaven 3 fists. Second form, water severing. The giant dragon was shattered, and Yun Kong's figure appeared. Yun Kong's face was full of solemnity. What a grandmaster with powerful body-protecting true chi. You're the first person in decades to break my illusion dragon hall. Songzi forcefully suppressed the restlessness of the true chi in his body. You're also the strongest opponent I've encountered. The last move. Use all your strength. Let's decide the winner. That's exactly what I intend. Absolute Dragon Hand. Yun Kong shouted in a low voice. Opening his palms, he leaped up violently, covering Chen Songzi's head. Songzi suddenly looked up, punching towards the sky. Profound Heaven 3 fists. Third form, Wind formation. The two collided, again with a boom. Explosions of powerful energy. When the heat wave dissipated, Yun Kong took a few steps back to steady himself, but Songzi was knocked to the ground. Songzi stood up again. Yun Kong still gave Songzi a very high evaluation. Your potential is stronger. In a few years, I won't be your opponent. Yun Shan jumped out and mocked. You Yun family have trump cards. Don't I have them too? Songzi laughed. You Yun family have trump cards. Don't I have them too? After speaking, he bowed respectfully towards the door of the hall. Disciple Chen Songzi respectfully requests master's help. The dignified immortal venerable has been raided again. This time, both Yang Qingqing's daughters almost died. Chen Mo appeared at the wedding scene, showing off and saying, honestly, only I can handle this situation. Songzi immediately bowed respectfully. Disciple has been defeated, disgracing the sect. Please punish me, master. Chen Mo smiled lightly, not blaming Songzi, because Songzi lost on cultivation time. Yun Shan learned that it was this young punk who broke his son's legs, recklessly slapping towards Chen Mo. Yun Jianling thought Chen Mo would definitely die, but Yun Shan was sent flying by Chen Mo's punch, spitting out a mouthful of old blood. Yun Jianling was scared pale. His body-protecting realm grandmaster father couldn't withstand a single move from Chen Mo. Lai Qinsang regretted it so much his intestines turned green. If only he had married his daughter to Chen Mo. Yun Kong stood out, seeing the terrifying strength of Chen Mo, saying to the Yun family members behind him, I'm old. The future of the Yun family is in your hands. Yun Kong knew that he didn't have the confidence to defeat Chen Mo, preparing to defend the Yun family's dignity at the cost of his life. I also hope that this battle will draw a perfect ending to his life. Chen Mo nodded. As you wish, Yun Kong shouted, shattering the dragon-headed cane into powder with a single grip. His originally aged body slowly became taller, even becoming younger. The Yun family juniors cheered on the side, thinking that Yun Kong had reached the realm of returning to youth. He would definitely defeat Chen Mo. Chen Mo shook his head and sighed. Why bother? You're burning your life. After this battle, win or lose, you will definitely die. That's right. So, if you respect me, go all out. Chen Mo nodded. Don't worry, I will. Kid, let me show you my illusion dragon transformation at my peak, Yun Kong shouted, releasing mist all over his body. The entire person disappeared from the spot. A nearly substantial mist dragon appeared in mid-air,